PSYCHIANT present. 18. Things men should give up after getting married. Today, we're diving into something every married guy, or guy about to tie the knot, needs to hear. 18 things men should give up after getting married. Yep, marriage changes the game, fellas. You're not just a lone wolf anymore. You're part of a team. And trust me, some habits from your bachelor days, they've got to go. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have a roadmap to keep your marriage thriving, and maybe avoid sleeping on the couch. Let's hit that like button if you're ready, subscribe if you're new here, and let's get started. So, why this list? Marriage isn't about losing yourself, it's about growing together. But some stuff, it just doesn't fit anymore. Think of it like cleaning out your closet. You wouldn't keep those ripped cargo shorts from 2005, right? Same deal here. I've read many books, talked to married folks, and put together 18 habits that could be holding you back. We'll break them down, one by one, with some practical tips. Ready? Let's roll. First up, that Bachelor Pad vibe. You know, neon beer signs, a futon that's seen better days, and that one football poster taped to the wall. Time to let it go, man. Marriage means building a home together. Maybe trade that neon for a nice lamp your wife actually likes. Trust me, a cozy space beats a frat house any day. Number 2, making big decisions on your own. Sure, before you were in a relationship, you could buy a brand new TV, book a solo fishing trip, or even make major purchases without thinking twice. But now, things are different. You're a team, and being in a team means communication is key. It's not about asking for permission, it's about showing respect. Discussing big decisions helps avoid misunderstandings, ensures you're on the same page, and honestly, she might have some great suggestions you didn't even consider. Maybe that fishing trip turns into a fun getaway for both of you. Or maybe there's an even better TV that fits your space perfectly. At the end of the day, it's not about control, it's about partnership. And great partnerships are built on trust, communication, and mutual respect. Number 3, those endless guy nights. We get it. Poker nights until 2 a.m., weekend getaways with the guys, or just hanging out for hours like you used to. But now, things have changed. You're not just thinking about yourself anymore. Your buddies will always be there, but your wife deserves quality time with you too. It doesn't mean cutting off your friends completely, just finding the right balance. Maybe instead of staying out all night, you wrap things up a little earlier. Or better yet, invite the crew over for a game night at home. That way, you still get to bond with your friends while making your wife feel included. At the end of the day, relationships thrive on time and effort. Finding that balance between your social life and your marriage isn't about giving something up. It's about making sure the most important person in your life knows she is a priority. Number 4, that stash of pizza, beer, and chips. Say goodbye. We all have our guilty pleasures. Late night pizza, a cold beer after work, and an endless supply of chips for movie nights. But when you're married, it's not just about you anymore. Building a life together often means building better habits, and that starts with what's in your kitchen. It doesn't mean you have to quit all your favorites cold turkey, but swapping out junk food for healthier options is a step in the right direction. Try keeping fresh fruit, nuts, or homemade snacks around instead. Even better, make cooking a team effort. Preparing meals together can be fun, and it's a great way to bond. Plus, if you put in a little effort, you might just surprise her with your hidden chef skills. A healthier lifestyle isn't just about food, it's about feeling good, having more energy, and setting a strong foundation for your future together. And trust me, when she sees you making the effort, that's a win in itself. Number 5, gaming till dawn. Look, I get it. Call of Duty, FIFA, or whatever your game of choice is, it's your escape. It's how you unwind, connect with friends, and maybe even relive those late-night gaming marathons from your single days. But when you're married, things have to shift a little. If gaming starts cutting into quality time with your wife, date nights, or even just helping out around the house, it's time to hit pause. You don't have to quit gaming altogether, just find a balance. Set a limit, like an hour or 2. instead of disappearing into an all-night session. Maybe even schedule your game time when she is busy with her own hobbies or winding down for the night. The goal isn't to give up what you love, it's to make sure your relationship stays strong. And trust me, when she sees you making the effort, she'll appreciate it. Plus, you'll still get your headshots, just with fewer arguments in the chat. Number 6, impulse buys. We've all been there. You see a shiny new gadget, a limited edition sneaker drop, or that $300 drone you just had to have. Before, it was no big deal. But now, marriage means thinking beyond just yourself. It's not about never spending money on fun things, but about making sure your financial goals align. Having a quick budget chat before big purchases helps avoid surprises, keeps you both on the same page, and builds trust. It's not about asking for permission, it's about making smart choices together. And honestly, when you both agree on a big purchase, it feels even better because you know it fits into the bigger picture. Maybe a dream vacation, a new car, or even saving for a home. So before you hit buy now, take a moment to talk it through. A little planning goes a long way, and your future self and your wife will thank you for it. Number 7, dodging chores. Let's be real. Nobody loves doing dishes, folding laundry, or scrubbing the bathroom. But if you're constantly leaving the chores for her to handle, that's a problem. Marriage is a partnership, and that means sharing the load, literally. If the sink is overflowing, or the laundry pile is starting to look like Mount Everest, don't wait for her to say something. Just step up and handle it. It's not about earning points, it's about being a responsible partner. A clean home isn't just for her, it benefits both of you. Plus, when she sees you putting in the effort, it shows you care. And here's a bonus. When the house is clean, she's happier, the stress level drops, and everyone wins. So grab that broom, tackle those dishes, and show her you've got her back. Trust me, it's worth it. Number 8, hiding stuff. We're not talking about surprise gifts or planning a special date. We mean those little secrets that start to pile up. Maybe it's a late night out you forgot to mention, a sneaky purchase you tried to hide, or even just avoiding tough conversations. It might not seem like a big deal in the moment, but over time, those small secrets can chip away at trust. Marriage is built on openness and honesty. If you want a strong relationship, be upfront. She's your partner, not your parole officer. You don't have to ask permission for everything, but keeping her in the loop shows respect. At the end of the day, honesty makes life easier. No stress about covering your tracks, no awkward slip-ups, just trust and understanding. And trust? That's the real glue that holds a marriage together. Number 9, hanging on to old flames or sketchy friendships. Look, we all have a past. Exes, flirty friendships, or people who might not have the best influence on our relationship. But when you're married, your priorities shift. Your marriage comes first, and that means setting clear boundaries. If you're still texting an old flame, just to check in, or keeping in touch with someone you know would make your wife uncomfortable, ask yourself, is it worth it? If the situation feels dicey, it probably is. Transparency is key. Having healthy friendships is great, but anything that threatens trust in your marriage, that's gotta go. At the end of the day, your wife should never have to question where she stands. Respect the relationship, keep your priorities straight, and make sure the people in your life support your marriage, not complicate it. Number 10, hermit mode. We all need our alone time, whether it's gaming, working on a hobby, or just unwinding after a long day. But if you're constantly skipping family dinners, avoiding social events, or turning down invites just to stay in your comfort zone, it's time to step up. Marriage isn't just about coexisting, it's about experiencing life together. Going to that barbecue, joining her for a movie night, or even just spending time with friends and family isn't just for her. It strengthens your bond and creates lasting memories. You don't have to be the life of the party, but don't be the guy who's always locked away in the basement either. Show up, be present, and make an effort. Because the best moments in life aren't just the ones you spend alone. They are the ones you share with the people who matter most. Number 11, last-second chaos. Back in the day, a spontaneous, "Hey, let's hit the bar in 10 minutes," might have worked just fine. But now, not so much. Marriage means being mindful of each other's time and plans. She's not just waiting around for you to decide what S next. She has her own schedule too. That doesn't mean spontaneity is dead. It just means a little planning goes a long way. Giving her a heads up shows respect, keeps things stress-free, and honestly, makes the experience better for both of you. Whether it's a night out with friends or a weekend trip, a little coordination makes sure everyone's on the same page. So, instead of last-minute plans that cause chaos, try planning ahead. She'll appreciate it, and you'll both enjoy the time together even more. Number 12, bad habits. Time to rethink them. We all have habits, some good, some not so much. Maybe it's smoking, chugging beers every night, or skipping exercise. When you were on your own, it was your call. But now, your choices don't just affect you, they affect both of you. Marriage is about growing together, and that includes making healthier choices. If you've got habits that could harm your health, or the relationship, it might be time to cut back or kick them completely. Instead of another round of beers, why not hit the gym together? Swap that cigarette break for a walk, or find healthier ways to unwind. Not only will you feel better, but trust me, she'll notice. A healthier, more energized you means a happier, stronger relationship. And that's a win for both of you. Number 13, remote control tyranny. We get it. Sports, action movies, or that favorite show you've rewatched 100 times. But if you're hogging the remote and turning the TV into your personal man cave, it's time to switch things up. Marriage is about compromise, and that includes what's on the screen. Instead of binging sports 24/7, share the screen. Let her pick the show sometimes, and who knows, you might actually enjoy it. Whether it's a rom-com, a mystery series, or even a reality show, giving her choices a chance shows you care. Plus, watching together can turn into a fun bonding experience instead of just zoning out on your own. At the end of the day, it's a small compromise for some big relationship points. And who knows, maybe she'll sit through your game next time. Fair trade, right? Number 14, starfish sleeping. You know the type, sprawled out like a starfish, taking up the entire bed while she's left clinging to the edge for dear life. If that sounds familiar, it's time to be a little more considerate. Good sleep isn't just a luxury. It's key to a happy, well-rested relationship. If you're naturally a bed hog, try being more mindful of your space. A little adjustment goes a long way. And if you both find yourselves fighting for room night after night, maybe it's time for an upgrade. A king-size bed might just save your sleep and your marriage. At the end of the day, better sleep equals better moods, fewer arguments, and a happier home. So scoot over, share the blankets, and let both of you get the rest you deserve. Number 15, forgetting anniversaries or birthdays. Look, life gets busy. Work, responsibilities, and a million little things can make dates slip your mind. But let's be real, forgetting your anniversary or her birthday. Big mistake. These moments aren't just dates on a calendar, they're reminders of your journey together. The good news? It's an easy fix. Set a reminder, mark your calendar, or even set up an alert a week in advance. And don't stress about pulling off some over-the-top Hollywood-style surprise. It's not about spending a fortune, it's about showing you care. A thoughtful note, her favorite dessert, or planning a simple but meaningful day together can go a long way. Bottom line, don't mess this one up. A little effort now saves you a lot of trouble later. Trust me, she'll remember if you forget. Number 16, bottling up feelings. Keeping things to yourself might have worked when you were on your own, but in a marriage, communication is everything. If you're stressed, frustrated, or even just feeling off, don't keep it locked up inside. She's your partner, not just for the good times, but for the tough ones too. Sharing your thoughts, dreams, and even fears isn't a sign of weakness. It's a sign of strength. Letting her in creates a deeper connection and shows her that you trust and value her. And guess what? It makes life easier. No more silent treatments, no more guessing games, just real, honest conversations that bring you closer. At the end of the day, a strong marriage is built on trust and openness. So talk to her, let her in, and watch your relationship grow even stronger. Number 17, grudge matches. We've all been there, arguing over something small, like who was supposed to take out the trash, and somehow it turns into a full-blown Cold War. Holding on to grudges might feel justified in the moment, but in the long run, it only builds resentment. And resentment, that's a marriage killer. Instead of keeping score or letting things fester, talk it out. Listen, understand, and when it's time, let it go. Forgiveness doesn't mean ignoring problems. It means working through them together and moving forward. At the end of the day, you and your wife are on the same team. So don't let small fights turn into big divides. Choose understanding over ego and keep your marriage stronger than any disagreement. Number 18. Stagnation. Marriage isn't a finish line. It's the start of a lifelong journey. And just like any journey, if you stop moving, you get stuck. Falling into the same routine, never trying new things, or neglecting personal growth can make a relationship feel stagnant. The best marriages happen when both people keep evolving. Learn a new skill, pick up a book, set goals for yourself. And just as important, cheer her growth too. Support her dreams, celebrate her wins, and encourage her to chase new opportunities. When you both keep growing, your relationship stays fresh, exciting, and full of new experiences. So don't get stuck in neutral. Keep learning, keep improving, and most importantly, grow together. There you have it, 18 things to ditch for a happier marriage. My take? It's not about losing freedom, it's about gaining a teammate. My buddy Dave, he quit gaming all night, started cooking with his wife, and says it's the best switch he's made. Small changes, big wins. What do you think? Any habits you've dropped since tying the knot? Drop them in the comments, I'm reading every one. Now, how do you start? Pick one or two from this list, like chores or planning dates, and talk to your wife about it. Maybe say, hey, I saw this video. What do you think I should work on? It's a team effort. Oh, and funny story, my cousin tried keeping his neon sign post-marriage. Guess where it is now? The garage! Alright, before we wrap, hit that like if this helped and share it with a married buddy who needs a nudge. That's a wrap, folks. Thanks for hanging out for 20 minutes of marriage wisdom. If you liked this, subscribe. We're dropping more relationship gold every week. Next up, 10 things wives wish husbands knew. Who knew? You won't wanna miss it. Leave a comment. What's the toughest habit to ditch? See you in the next one. Stay awesome and keep that marriage rocking.